We begin at the Eglinton Avenue Courthouse, where the man accused of hitting 3 pedestrians, 2 of them fatally, is denied bail.
Right, 40-year-old Michael Johnson's facing 9 charges, including impaired driving causing death, following a crash last night near Markham and Progress.
CP24's Beatrice Vaisman has been following proceedings in court and joins us live with more. Beatrice.
Arda, an incredibly emotional day here at the courthouse on Eglinton, not too far from the scene where this horrible crash happened late last night, rather around 6:30 last night. We know the accused in this case, 40-year-old Mike Johnson. He's been denied bail by the judge. He was taken away, led from the prisoner's box in handcuffs after the judge said he essentially did this to protect the public's faith in the justice system. I want to bring in criminal defense lawyer Ari Goldkind. You mentioned to me, Ari, that you were surprised by this judge's decision to deny the accused bail. Why?
Very surprised, very short reasons, highly appealable. I expect this to be appealed within the next week or two. Now, a lot of people will hear me say, they go, he deserves to be in jail. 2 people's lives are ended, and if he's the culprit, let the sentence start now. I know this won't sound popular. That's not how our bail system works. There's 3 ways to get somebody kept in jail on charges. 1, they won't show up for court. No suggestion he won't. 2, he'll commit further crimes while out on bail. Looking at his life, the way he's led his life, there's no suggestion that with the right plan in place, his family, his friends that were there to support him, that there would be any further crimes, more importantly, driving. 3rd, public confidence in justice. People hear that and say, sure, we feel a lot better that he's in jail tonight, but that's not the test. It's somebody reasonable, well-informed, who understands our Charter of Rights, where bail is a right absent certain things. It doesn't play to Twitter or anti-social media, and it tends to look for crimes more of intentionality, as much of a scourge and horror that impaired driving is, even for people who don't hit somebody but make it home safely. More like gun crimes, murder, those kinds of things. So the kind of decision that we watched happen, within seconds, the decision was like, your family's here, you have a plan, but you're detained so the public is satisfied, is one that I think his counsel will be appealing very, very quickly.
I should also mention some of the video folks at home are seeing on their screen. Family members of the accused Michael Johnson leave courthouse late this afternoon. Just a few minutes ago, we had a chance to exchange a few words with Mr. Johnson's father. We asked him if he had any comment. He only said, well, you saw my son cry. And yes, Michael Johnson was incredibly emotional in the prisoner's box, dropping his head into his hands multiple times, crying, wiping tears from his eyes, at one point sobbing to the point of almost hyperventilation. We asked the boy, Mr. Johnson's father, if he had any message for the victims' families. He simply said, I'm sorry. And we again asked him whether he knows what happened last night, and all he said was, I have no idea. Certainly, this is an incredibly emotional event for both the families of the victims, 2 of them who are now going to be planning funerals ahead of the holidays, as well as emotional for Mr. Johnson's family. I saw his mother. She was sitting right behind me in the courtroom. She was sobbing when the judge delivered his decision, and we know Mr. Johnson will be back in court January 3rd, unless, of course, as Ari speculates, there could be an appeal to this bail hearing. Arda and Nathan, I'll send it back to you in the newsroom.
All right, thank you, Beatrice.